it's outrageous what they get away with, especially in the military, right? The Pentagon just admitted again that, and this is what they'll admit publicly. So the real number is probably 10 times bigger. They're like, oh, well, we can't find $2 trillion. Sorry. And they just kind of shrug. And it's like, so what? So, and the Republicans in Congress, this is how weak they are. They were going to pass a thing that said, if you do this again, if you can't account for your money again in this ridiculous of a way, then you will have to give back 1% of your budget next year. Right. So it's like, oh man, don't do that. Right. 1%. Not a very huge threat. And not even that could get passed because the Republicans are so weak-kneed when it comes to the military. And again, the rank and file soldiers, like, we respect their service. We appreciate them a whole lot. We would be in not a good place if we didn't have them. But these generals and these admirals, these are no longer soldiers. These are politicians. There is no rank advancement up to admiral. There is no rank advancement up to general. You have to go get appointed and approved politically to make that happen. So none of these guys are soldiers anymore. They turn into politicians. And they do this insanely corrupt stuff. What other kind of organization could you just say, oh, $2 trillion of your money is missing, investors. Whoops. Wow. Like, guess we'll get them next time. That's insane, right? And guess what? Right after it came out that $2 trillion of their money was missing, what did they do? They gave them another $50 billion in a raised budget. It's like, didn't we just end the war in Afghanistan? Right? Shouldn't this theoretically be cheaper for us now?
Where do you think that $2 trillion went, though? It had to go somewhere.
Waste, fraud, abuse, projects? Corruption, graft, black projects, the works, black projects, right? Yeah. Think about $2 trillion is way, is enough to get everybody a piece, right? And what other organization would we let just continually poke us in the eye, continually steal our money, continually waste our resources and our lives overseas, and just keep getting away with it? And this is one of the things that I agree, like, in theory, with some of these lefties on, right? They're saying, oh, well, we wanted free college, and they said that would cost $50 billion a year. And you're like, oh, no, absolutely not. That's way too expensive. But then we can go give $50 billion extra dollars every single year to the military. Every single year they get that much more.
Yeah.
Right. We spend, as much as the next 10 countries combined on our military. We've given enough money to Ukraine this year. We've almost twice what Russia spends on its whole military budget in a year. We have given to Ukraine in the last 8 months. So it is absolutely preposterous. And I think this is one of the side, I come from the right. I grew up in the right. I just ran a Republican campaign, right? So, these are my people. But to my people, I say, we have to get over this reflexive reverence for military and law enforcement, right? We got to call balls and strikes. And it doesn't mean we don't support the rank and file people on the ground. It means, dude, if these people that run the most powerful organizations in the world keep thumbing their nose at us, keep poking us in the eye, keep wasting our money, keep getting a bunch of people killed, we can't just reflexively, every single time, just support that anymore. We got to get our heads out of our asses, and we got to call these guys out. And I think, for this Biden situation, that's actually probably going to help us get that done, right? Because you see this, they're celebrating the first tranny general over there. They made their military mascot dog like that BDSM costume. They're just be clowning themselves in a lot of ways now. So hopefully this will be a perfect opportunity for them to see when you disrespect those generals, and when you tell them to cut the shit, and when you say you're a bunch of crooks, that's not disrespecting the rank and file of the military, right? There is no, underneath them, there is no room for disobedience, right? They don't get a choice for whether they obey or not, right? So we're not blaming all the good people in the military. We're blaming these corrupt pieces of shit who run the military, and these
politicians.
Yes.
The political generals and that sort of thing.
Absolutely. Yeah. And if we could get that under control, we would have so much more money to run our country, so much more money to actually fix infrastructure, to actually make things work again. That's one of our slogans here.